SEO backlink audit for 2022. This will be a uncovering of a backlink audit that I did for a live client this morning. This is an SEO backlink audit of 2022. This is a live uncovering of a backlink audit that I did this morning for a client. So first and foremost, I want to go ahead and share with you some of the results that I found when doing a backlink audit. More importantly, what I want to point out is the thought processes in which I was going through when I'm looking at basic analytics, whether it's backlink analytics, your organic traffic analytics, when pinpointing a issue that could be due to improper link building. So I want to walk you through the steps that I took. I'm going to share with you the screenshots from SEMrush that we went ahead and took. I can't show the exact URL, but I'll walk you through the exact process, what I was looking for, why, how I uncovered the links, what you need to look for, bad IPs, everything will be done in this particular video. Now, if you need this particular service done for you, go ahead and head on over to chrispalmermarketing.com. With that being said, let's go ahead and open this up. I want to start uncovering and unraveling this particular backlink audit because it all started, I want to go ahead and paint the picture for you. It all started with a client that came to me this morning and said, Chris, this is what I'm working with. So I went ahead and took a screenshot. Clearly, I can't show the exact website. This is a local business owner. It's an MD. If that helps you out at all, it's a local business owner getting about 1,300 visitors a month. They really depend on their website, much like yourself and a lot of other business owners, myself. We really need to safeguard our websites, and I completely understand this. So as you can see here, it looks like it's doing pretty well as it's trucking along here with organic search. But when you take a look here at the organic keywords, you can see here that there was a little bit of a lift here in December. And then since December, there's been a steady decline. So as you can see here, we're getting average traffic, but we're starting to lose keywords. So we want to nip this in the butt. We need to figure out, well, what is the issue? So one of the very first questions that I asked before even determining that, hey, is this a backlink issue? One of the first things that I wanted to go ahead and look at was the anchor text of the website. It was clearly branded. They were using a lot of nakeds. They weren't using a lot of exact match. So I took that out. So take note if you're taking notes here. You know, anchor text was clean. So my next question on the list was, are you producing more content? Have you freshened up the content? Have you been pruning the content? Are you internally linking the content? Check, check, check. Yes, yes, yes. Went and double checked the work. There was a little bit of factors that could certainly be at play there that could certainly be lifted up as far as internal linking is concerned. But overall, a very good campaign. So as you can see here, we have our organic traffic. It's trickling along. Along with that, of course, our organic keywords are starting to go down. This is a massive concern for this business owner. So let's go ahead and move into the next piece. Now, I want to go ahead and show you the next set of data. So what we're going to look at next here is I was looking at the organic keywords. The next thing that I went ahead and brought up was this particular element here. So here's what I did. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see it as well. So what I wanted to look at then, once I knew that the website was clean and the anchor text was clean, and I knew that they've been updating and pruning content and adding content, the next element was, okay, let's have a look at referring domains. You know, let's pinpoint, have you been building links? And the answer was yes, we were building links. A lot of the links were built here in December. As you can see here, we can see an increase here. Starting in December to January, as you can see here, and also you can see a nice little curve of links. And then when we take a look here, new and lost, you can see a giant spike right here. This is actually about 300 referring domains that were built, okay? Referring domains. So I pinpointed that there was a large spike of backlinks. Note this, that a lot of these links were built to the homepage. So as a massive tip, if you're using, all right, maybe link building services, or maybe a new vendor, maybe you're trying something out, you should probably test those links out, test out citations, press release, whatever. Test it out if you have a test asset. If, okay, you only have one project, you want to build links, you're trying to get them in, you never ever, okay, unless you're 1,000,000% sure, want to build stuff to the homepage. You never want to jeopardize your homepage. All right. This is the main asset. Power trickles down. If you infect the homepage, you could potentially infect the entire website. So, and plus it's very hard. You can always remove a page, but the homepage is almost forever unless you start with a www. Then you have the option to take off the www. But in most cases, you're going to be straight to the root. You want the maximum SEO benefit. Build it to internal pages. That way, if you have to, you can always cover your tracks. Please note, a lot of times penalties are done page by page. They're not site-wide. So cover your tracks, especially if this is for a client. If it's for your site, cover your tracks. Always safeguard yourself. Internal page or an internal buffer page, or just send it to a buffer page altogether. With that being said, you can see this massive spike here. All right, so this had me concerned. I noticed that a lot of the links were coming into the primary homepage. So I was like, oh boy, we really need to go take a look at these links, right? So I could see here that we had a nice little spike. We've also lost traffic and primary keywords when these links hit. So, we're adding traffic, we're pruning, we built these links, we've had a steady decline since these links were built. We need to do a deeper dive, right? And I want to go ahead and point this out. Please note, yes, I completely understand that inside of a lot of these tools, SEMrush included, I love SEMrush, but I'm not going to let personally, and I love SEMrush, I'm not going to let a third-party tool do the investigation for me. You know, a lot of times you'll take a look at some very high authoritative links, some really high quality stuff, and they'll have a toxicity score. So ever since I had this exact thing happen to me, you know, I've been primarily looking at links on a link by link basis. All right. And hey, if I'm still increasing, I'm still going, I care what Google thinks, not what a third-party tool thinks. I'll leave that up to you to decide, but it is a good, clear indicator that can certainly help you out when you're doing your link building, but don't rely on it. All right. So we're going to keep heading into some more data here. So again, we built about 300 links. This is clear to see. I also showed you on the past report there that we were losing some of our overall organic keywords and our traffic. Now let's go ahead and move into the next piece of data. And that's exactly what I was pointing out here when I took this screenshot so I could showcase this overall project. The next thing that I wanted to point out was the actual increase of links from December 27th to January 2nd. We had a 300 referring domain count to one page, mind you, to one page, 300 referring domains to one page, all in 1 month. Hey, I love backlinks, right? But I would have to be 1,000,000% sure before I go ahead and start pointing 300 referring domains to a homepage. And I highly suggest you as a business owner, maybe you're doing SEO for clients or anybody else, you know, always safeguard yourself. You always want to be able to clean up your mess if there's a mess. All right, so taking a look at that, we can see here December 27th to January 2nd, there was 300 links, and that's exactly what this was pointing out, was these 300 links inside of SEMrush. What you can do here, if you're utilizing SEMrush, you can go ahead and click on where the link, where the spike was, or any of the months you could click on. And what SEMrush will do is this report down below here under Backlink Analytics, what it will do is just filter out that month or that particular area that you want to take a look at. It makes it really easy. It's super visual. So you can click on this. It's going to change down below here. As you can see here, it'll actually change those links out to only the ones that showed up in that time frame. All right. Makes analysis very easy for you. All right. So let's go ahead and move into the next piece of data. So that was the third set of data. We're going to go into the next data point here. So the next data point here was this. All right, so let me just take a look here. Okay, so I was just showcasing the month. All right, so I was just literally pointing out the month here. As you can see, I was making the month blue. I was just showcasing the month. And when I circled it out, or when I framed out that particular month, the next thing that I looked at was down here in the report. I didn't want to showcase the entire report. Again, this was a client account, but what I can show here is this. All right. When I took a look at the report, Okay, I want you to take a quick look at this, and this is another one of those tips. You know, we're uncovering multiple tips. I'm unraveling this audit with you. This was a manual audit. I passed the initial checks of the website and the pruning. We're taking a look now at a link by link basis. We're taking a look at the month that the links were built, and we want to take a look at the links, right? We've already passed a lot of the other checks. The next piece here is we want to look at the actual links. So as you can see here in this report down below here, it'll list out all the links. It'll list the authority score. It'll also list out, you know, where the actual link is and when it was built and when it was seen. Okay, that's what's over here in this region. Now, one of the pieces of information that is there is going to be the country IP. Now, they're all US, but I want you to take a look at these IPs because I started seeing a very clear indicator, or maybe what you would call a footprint. So I started seeing things like this, and as I went through the backlink profile and note there's a few hundred backlinks here, I could see that there was a clear footprint. All right, so as you can see here, 104, 167, 157, 2157. Again, it's repeated here. Again, it's repeated up here. Here's a 1726792. Look at the same server, but with a different 3 digits. So a lot of times, network providers, PBN providers, website hosts, what they're going to do is they'll own that block, they'll own that VPS, they'll partition the VPS, they'll put multiple websites on it, all right? Now, this isn't uncommon. I've seen this a lot of times, and that's not always a clear flag for, okay, hey, disavow, let's get rid of these links, let's remove the page, whatever the case is. And stick with me till the end. I'll give you some more tips to safeguard if you're going to be link building, because please note, link building at all is against the guidelines. All of it. You're not supposed to do any of it, okay? But I trust me, I completely understand that, you know, if you want to be competitive, it's almost necessity to do link building. But take a look here. We could see that we have these 104s, 10467, right? Very repetitive IPs. That wasn't a clear indication. That wasn't a clear flag, but it made me start looking at the domains even more. All right, so looking at IP as the tip here, take a look at the IPs, take a look at the website names, take a look at the country codes. Like, what's going on with these links? Why did these 300 links start impacting my organic rankings? What is the problem here? And what links do I need to diagnose here so I can disavow and get rid of these things or remove a page that they're pointing to? That's what I'm trying to get to, and I'm walking you through that. So as we keep going here, we have our next piece of data that I want to go ahead and showcase for you. All right, so I'll make this a little bit smaller so I can add in some of this other stuff. So the next piece of data here was the list of sites. So on the left-hand side, and I went on to page number 2, I started seeing that a lot of these repetitive IPs, okay, these repetitive IPs also had another clear footprint that was very repetitive names. And I want you to take a look at this. And again, if you see this in your own backlink profiles, have a really good look. You know, I haven't seen this. I've seen this before, but usually it's a little bit different. But if we take a look down the list, just starting with A, going down, and this backlink profile reads like a book, starting with, you know, A1B, A1B biz listing, A1B biz lists, A1B business lists, A1 business listings, A1 local business, A1 local listings, AAA biz listing, right? You see the repetitiveness? Look, it reads like a book. And then on top of it, the IP range, they're all sitting on the same server. This is a clear footprint, very, very clear footprint. So if I'm seeing repetitive names, if you start seeing them in there, you'll know, oh, hey, I need to go take a look at these. Or if you see repetitive IPs, hey, I should go look at these, right? I'm pointing out both of these. These just so happen to be on the same exact site. But if you see this on your own sites, you really need to take a look, all right? Now, we're going to keep looking at this here. And what I want to share with you is this right here. We have another piece of data. So we can see when they were seen, I was giving another clear picture of the IPs. And then what I did is I actually, if you look over here, see how this is highlighted here? Inside of SEMrush, you could click and it'll open up the website. So what I wanted to do was go take a look at the websites. And as you can see here, I clicked on this website. I opened them up right out of SEMrush in the URL bar. See how I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I opened up 4 of them to have a little look at the website because, hey, sometimes maybe some sites are partitioned on the same. I wanted to see what the sites look like. I wanted to see, hey, what other types of websites are these websites linking out to? Are the sites in the same topic? Are the sites have anything about betting or CBD or anything derogatory? Maybe not betting and CBD. I'm not too concerned with that, but I am concerned with anything XXX, anything to do with anything illicit, and of course, anything to do you know, gambling is also pretty much there too. But the online stuff sometimes you could get away with, but that's besides the point. What I wanted to do is take a look at these particular URLs and just see what they had going on. Now, as I started opening up each of these URLs, I had a look at the website. It looked like a clear website, but I noticed something very, very interesting on each of the sites. So not only were they in the same IP range, partitioned on the same IP, not only were the names very repetitive, but also they were all internally linked with one another down here in the footer. All right, so as you can see here down in the footer, a lot of these were literally internally linked down inside of the footer. So it all started with this right here, and I'll go through it a lot quicker right now. It all started with a client saying, "Hey, Chris, I'm starting to see a organic drop. Can you give me a backlink audit?" It all started with that right there. I took a look at this particular screen here. I was like, all right, well, let's see if it's a backlink issue. All right, I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker so you can have and understand the pieces if you're just joining me. But what I did here basically is I did a backlink analysis of the website. I went ahead and I put it into a tool called SEMrush. SEMrush is a paid tool. It's a data analysis tool for SEOs like myself and perhaps yourself, business owner or SEO. With that said, I went ahead and did a quick analysis to take a look at the organic traffic and organic keywords, because sometimes I'll talk to business owners and hey, if their site drops 10 in a month, they're like, "Hey, Chris, there's something wrong here." So I wanted to make sure, hey, is there actually a drop going on? Because the organic traffic line looks good, but the problem is you're losing keywords at a very rapid rate, so much so you lost half of your keywords. So you might still be doing okay, but you're losing a lot of your keywords and the traffic has been slowly coming down. All right. So with that being said, I went on to the very next step. Once I did the analysis of the actual website and I was like, okay, there's a problem here. I wanted to go ahead and see if they were doing some link building after I did a set of questions. The questions involved, have you been updating your content? Have you been pruning your content? Have you been internally linking your content? Have you been keeping your content updated? Are you paying mind to the website, or did you just set it and forget it? Check, 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 check. Those steps were good. The next piece that I went ahead and looked at was, are you over optimized on your anchor text? Have you been building repetitive anchor text containing primary or secondary or variations of the keyword? Do you have a dirty backlink profile? Is the anchor text super repetitive? Have you been hammering it with high authoritative backlinks with repetitive keywords? No, they haven't. So I went ahead and I looked and I had to figure out, okay, well, where's the backlinks at? Now, lo and behold, this particular account was a little bit easier because they were all built at the same time. I didn't have to break it down month by month. I found that in this month, 300 links were built. And that's exactly what I did. I went ahead, I grabbed this report right here. And as you can see here, 300 new links were built between the 27th and the 2nd, or at least they were seen by Ahrefs. And if Ahrefs saw them there, that means Google saw them probably 2 weeks before, right? So because these links were probably built long before they started showing up, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks before. But with that out of the way, I knew the exact month. What I did is I grabbed this right here, this particular screen on Backlink Analytics, and I clicked right here to go ahead and give me the actual report from that particular month. Once I had that exact report, what I did is I started looking at the actual websites. I wanted to see, well, let's see what's going on here. Like, what are the websites? And what are the IPs? Where are they coming from? Who's building them? What's the anchor text? I'm just taking a look. I wanted to see, hey, what's going on here, right? Once I did that, I started opening up the actual sites to look and see, hey, is it because there's something dirty there? Is there something going on? I was just wanted to start seeing the sites, and that's when I started to uncover this is a network. It's almost like a business network. I have no idea. I've never saw it before, but there was a clear footprint, not only with IP, but also the name footprint. They're all hosted on the same host. They're all registered on the same registrar, same host, same IP. And not only that, just to top it all off, they decided to internally link them all too. And that was the nail that did it. So how do we safeguard against this type of stuff, right? So that's how we uncovered it. That was the process from beginning until end. Now, let me give you a few tips on how you can safeguard this. Like I mentioned in the very beginning, you want to always have safety in mind. Always give yourself an out. Now, whether that out is going to be something like that we like to do is this. We're building internal buffers. So internal buffers could be blog pages or supporting pieces of content that are based on the main page. Meaning like this, if I have a website, right, and I want to rank this page right here, all right, so let's go ahead and I'll just share this with you, what I mean by an internal buffer page, or whatever the case may be. I'll just do a quick drawing just to give you a visual understanding. So if I have a page, and this is the page that I want to rank, on this page, I go ahead and I build 2 more pieces of content. These pieces of content are internally linked to one another, and they link to this page. What do? I build my links to these pages because if I start seeing an organic decrease in keywords or organic traffic, or if I get a manual action or an algorithmic penalty, I can then remove those pages. They were buffer pages. They were content pages. They don't affect the main pages. Tip number 2. Definitely don't build to the homepage unless it's 1,000% a solid link, like a Yelp or a Monta, a MapQuest, a clean link that you know it's good. Like you know that it's good. You can never jeopardize the homepage. All right. So internal buffers. Another way is don't build to the homepage unless it's a tried and true and trusted website. Some of the other pieces that you can take care of as far as safeguarding yourself is build some of the stuff to a test site. Build it off of the website. Also, too, another way that you can do it is if you're doing riskier link building in order to save money, build yourself a layer. So if I have my main website here, these links here could be from, say, this could be digital journal, right? Like a press release solution. This could maybe be a WordPress blog website, right? That I control, that I own. This could be a Google site, right? This could be, how about a Yelp listing, all right? And the list goes on. Build your links through other links that are verified and validated and vetted, all right? So with that being said, I hope that helps you out. I wanted to give you some clear tips. I wanted to go through an audit report, what I'm looking at, what you should be looking at, some clear indicators and some clear footprints that you need to be on the lookout for. If you have any questions related to backlink audits, backlink auditing, link building, pretty much anything, never hesitate. Always feel free. Go ahead and ask in the section below. I try to answer every single question. If you need a backlink audit, go to Chris Palmer Marketing. If there's anything at all I can help you with, I'll be happy to help you. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me for this video SEO backlink audit, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next SEO backlink audit for 2022 video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye. That was fun. I'll go ahead and bang these questions out and then I have to roll, but where to find the best free backlinks? There's a lot of lists out there. If you do quotation marks, best free backlinks, you'll find a lot of lists out there. Then you could sort the lists by high DR, high DA, or high quality, or high relevance, however you want to sort them, and then you could build from there. The next piece would be this one, Christopher W. Hey, Chris, could you offer a discount to your scrape box training? Yes. Yes, I will. I wanted to add more pieces to it. I had it up for a little bit. I was taking emails. You could get your email on there. I'll probably drop the pricing. What I was trying to do was actually secure some lists, some clean lists. I was building my own lists. I wanted to add them. But yes, I will discount it. Don't you worry. My objective there is to get it into hand so people can start using it and helping their campaigns out. So definitely not a problem. Grow, peace to you. Media Bay, Austria is watching. So happy to catch you again, man. So many times I missed your live sessions. Great to have you on, Media Bay. Thomas Walker, this is Gold Chris. Thank you. My pleasure. Masa Baki, if I mispronounced that, I'm very sorry. Hello to you, my friend. Or Dan, hey to you. What do you think about this website? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which website you're talking about, but Media Bay, Chris, I have a question about negative SEO. I found a technique I have never seen before. They tried this on my brother's website. Yeah, I'd be happy to have a look. I've seen a lot of tactics in my lifetime. A lot of them can be effective, but a lot of them aren't. So it really depends on what they're doing and how they're doing it, really. With that being said, exploring with Kevy, never forget the cardinal rule. Always leave yourself an out. That is for sure. The last one, Rizwan says, my sites show thousands of internal links. There are only 200 posts. Yes, internal links are a good thing. They're a great thing, actually. You want a lot of internal links. But other than that, that'll wrap it up. Internal links are perfectly fine. Internal links are great. I'm going to try to keep cranking out some high quality stuff. Hopefully this was super helpful. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what you're looking for, how to navigate some tools, how to look for footprints, how to understand what a dirty link is. You know, just because a tool is kicking back, hey, this is a high toxic link, doesn't necessarily mean it is, but of course it gives you mind to go in there and take a look. You know, I saw, you know, whether it's a press release, whether it's, you know, citations or whatever the case is, you know, make sure you know what the industry standard is as far as like citations or press releases or guest posts or links or whatever the case is. Just be safe, be careful, leave yourself an out, practice tiered link building, practice internal buffering, practice tiering, you know. I hope that helps you out. Hopefully this has given you some guidance as far as auditing some backlinks, but I have to run. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you for letting me go ahead and teach with you today. It's been a pleasure. Many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all so much. Goodbye. Oh, you know what? One last thing. I'm going to start offering audits. I'm going to start doing some probably free backlink audits or complimentary audits. Maybe you could do some cleanup. Maybe you might want to do some link building. Also going to do some anchor text audits. I'm thinking about maybe helping people do some backlinking or maybe take away some backlinks. But in any case, if you're interested in that, message me below. I don't know why YouTube hides the URL com at the end. Yeah, I'm not sure either, but it's been a pleasure though. Thank you all so much. Many blessings. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.